Pastor Corey, and it's your midweek Wednesday. Well, it's midweek for all of us as I and many delegates and leaders are currently convening at our annual conference up at Spring Arbor University or at Spring Arbor University today. But yes, I'm sitting in my office. It's Sunday afternoon, actually. I won't lie. I want to tell you that. But I usually bring you guys our midweek Wednesdays here. And so I want to convey my message to you. And this message is and devotion is don't give up. God works in the final seconds. Yeah. And you know, to me, I want to start with this by sharing, many of you guys are Pacers fans or watching Pacers. And I've become to watch since I've been here to watch the Pacers. Evan and I have gone to a few Pacers games connected, and to me, I love to hear it. I didn't watch the game a couple days ago, but we know that there was that moment that left fans and experts alike in awe. Like they were so in awe. It's about Tyrese Haliburton, right? Haliburton and the Indiana Pacers. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Maybe that's perking your ear if you like sports. And maybe you're in Indiana, which again, from moving to Indiana, man, I didn't know what Hoosier hysteria was until you moved to Indiana and you watch basketball. And Indiana is basketball country. That's what they say. But Tyrese and the Pacers, and a story that holds a powerful lesson for all of us about resilience, hope, and never giving up, no matter how little time is left. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. We're going to talk about that today in our 12:15 devotion time. Yes, I jumped away again from the 365, but you can't not talk about some things in current events that make you excited, and that of basketball, and that everybody didn't think the Pacers, right? What about the Pacers? They ain't going to make it. It's the Pacers. Well, they proved us wrong. So a few nights ago, the Pacers were playing their first game of the NBA Finals against the Oklahoma City Thunder. For nearly the entire game, and let me be honest with you, I didn't watch it. I should have. Disclaimer, I didn't. But I saw the replays. But for nearly the entire game, the Pacers, they were behind. They were trailed behind. With less than 10 minutes left, they were down by 15 points. With less than 10 minutes left, a gap that seemed almost impossible to close, especially against a team as talented as the Thunder. But the Pacers didn't quit. See, they didn't quit. They fought back point by point, and with only 0.3 seconds with remaining, Tyrese hit a 21-foot jumper to give Indiana its first and only lead of the game. Its first and only lead. They led the game for only 0.3 seconds of the game. The Pacers won 111 to 110. And it's stunning even those watching. I mean, what's crazy enough, there was a TV station that cut to the news because they thought it was done. They just cut and went to the news, and then they had to cut back because of the excitement. Here's the thing. I don't think this was just a basketball game. I mean, yes, it was. It was a lesson of perseverance. See, the Pacers could have just given up when the odds were against them. They could just throw in the towel, wave the white flag, they were out of there. But they kept fighting until the very last moment. And Haliburton himself said, and I love what he said, we're a resilient group, and we don't give up until the clock hits zero. We do a great job of just staying in the moment. I mean, I think that's what the Bible even says. It encourages us in Galatians 6:9. Let us not become weary in doing good, for the proper time we will reap a harvest if we don't give up. Let me say that again. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. See, here it is. We often do that. We often do find ourselves in situations where it feels like time is running out. Maybe it's a relationship that's broken, a dream that feels out of reach, or a struggle that just won't end. Maybe you're facing a challenge right now that feels impossible. But just like the Pacers, just like them, God calls us to keep going, to trust Him, and to believe that He can work miracles even in the final seconds. And I know I've probably been talking about this a lot, about relationships, trust, but I think that's the beginning, that's the start, and that's what it's about, right? Let me tell you another one. I want to think about here. Another Bible story, another biblical connection. Lazarus. When Jesus arrived, Lazarus, I can never say that, I had a tongue twister. Lazarus had already been dead for 4 days. Everyone thought it was too late. But Jesus said this in John 11:40. Do I not tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God? And with just a word, Jesus brought Lazarus back to life. God specializes in last-second victories. So here it is. No matter how hopeless things may seem, no matter where you're at, don't give up. Stay faithful. Keep trusting God can turn things around in an instant. Your breakthrough may be just one prayer, one step, or one act of faith away. Like Haliburton and the Pacers, you may find that your greatest victory comes just when you think all hope is lost. So again, as we wrap our devotion time here, I want to invite you to join us next Sunday for coffee and donut at 9:30 and a time to connect, encourage one another, and to share stories. And then stay for worship at 10:30 as we celebrate the God who brings victory even in the final seconds. So here's what I'm saying. Let's keep believing, keep fighting, and keep trusting, because with God, it's never over until He says it's over. Hey, see you next Sunday, or this Sunday, or the following Sunday, but see you Sunday at 9:30 or for coffee and donuts. I say next Sunday because I'm recording this early, but I mean this Sunday. So, hey, or even next Sunday, like I said,